What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. I appreciate you for tuning in. Don't forget, like, share, subscribe to the channel so that I can continue to give you more good content. Let me know you're interested and I'll give it to you. But today, y'all, today's a special day. And the reason why I say that is because I'm pushing my 5th month with my Cybertruck, right? For those who don't know, I do have a 2026 Cybertruck. I got it the end of December. And today I wanted to do a review, but I wanted to switch it up a little bit for you, right? I've been keeping track of all the questions people been asking me since I took ownership, right? Everybody has questions, everybody is curious, and even people that want to purchase soon, people that's thinking about ownership, they're asking questions. And so I've been writing these questions down. I have them right here on my tablet, right here in front of me. So today we're going to treat the 5-month review as a question answer session. That's right. I'm gonna read the questions off that I've been being asked about, and I'm gonna just answer you honestly, because you know how I feel. If it's bad, it's bad, but if it's good, it's good. All I ask is that everybody have an open mind, and yeah, we'll get to it. So, all right. So question number 1, I had someone ask me, what was I worried about before purchasing this vehicle? And to be honest with you, I really wasn't worried about anything because I had already owned a Model S, right? So I kind of knew Tesla. So I wasn't worried about anything purchasing the Cybertruck. I was more excited than I was anything. Now, had you asked me that prior about the Model S, I would tell you I was worried about, was it what people said it is, right? Because a lot of times you get caught up in the political movements and all of the hype and the dislikes and the likes, and throughout it all you try to find the truth, right? So what I did was I had to reel it in first of all and gather my own mind. And then you can't deny what you see, right? You can deny what you hear, but when you physically see vehicles on the road and you see more and more of them, and even when you think about the people that you may look up to, like the big people that you look up to, whoever that may be, and then you see them driving a vehicle, and then you hear negativity on this end, but you keep seeing more and more, you can't ignore what you physically seeing, you know what I'm saying? So I had to have an open mind and filter through the truth versus lies, and the ups versus the down, and what's political. And that was the toughest part, was the skepticism, going from a Dodge Hellcat, Camaros and Mercedes and BMW and all these gas vehicles to electric. So that would be my answer to that question. It's more of the skepticism, what's true versus what's not true, but still trusting, having an open mind and trusting what I'm not only just hearing, but what I'm seeing as well. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's what I was more or less worried about. I was asked, was I worried about range and charging? I wasn't worried about range because the car tells you what the range is, right? And then you got to factor in your location and where you at and the type of driving you do. If I drove from Florida, which I live in Florida, but if I drove from Florida to California every day, I don't know, it might have been a different turn of events, right? But if you only drive in, let's say, and this is pushing it, 100 miles a day, you're good. You know what I'm saying? So it just all depends on your lifestyle and what you're doing. So I wasn't worried about charging and the, as far as range and stuff like that go. I wasn't worried about range. When it came down to charging, of course you watch the news and you see in places that get, snowed out, right? For example, the places that blizzard places. Okay. Yeah. You see they freeze the charging systems and stuff like that. And people had issues. Now I seen that on the news. Okay. But then I have to also factor in, do I live in those areas? I don't live in a place where blizzards and all of that stuff happen. I live in Florida. I live in Central Florida, and we don't have those issues, right? So based on my environment, based on the way I drive, and based on my day-to-day movement, I wasn't worried about that. You know what I'm saying? So again, open mind, but keeping the reality real on what you really do with your life. You know what I mean? I'm not worried about, I don't need the vehicles that I had to stop at the gas station every second because, a Hellcat, think about it. Like the going joke or the going thing that says you can't pass a gas station. So if I can't pass a gas station in a Hellcat, why would I be worried about the range on an electric vehicle, right? That's not a conversation, because that doesn't work for me. And that's just how I see it. Everybody gonna see it the way they see it, and I respect it and I understand it. But again, I don't move emotionally. I move on reality and just what's facts. That's it. All right. I was asked about what did I overthink about the vehicle, and did it matter? Again, I wasn't overthinking about it. I was more excited about it because you see that new look, you're intrigued about it. You're more wanting to see and touch and feel and know what the hype is about the Cybertruck. You know what I'm saying? So I wasn't overthinking anything. I was more or less excited, and I had to know. You know what I mean? What did I underestimate? That was a good question. I would, and again, y'all know I'll be honest. What I did underestimate was that whole fingerprint thing. You know what I'm saying? When people say, "Oh man, you get fingerprints on them," you look at it wrong, you get some form of print on it. That is so true. It is so true. You do find every time you close the door, there's no handles, right? So you find prints on the door. You find ways to manipulate it, but then if you let somebody else get in, they don't know how to manipulate it. They just close the door regular. People walk up to it, want to touch it. They want to look in it. So you do see fingerprints and stuff on it every time somebody touch it, some form of a smudge or something. So I did underestimate that. But then again, was it a deal breaker for me? No. That's why it just helped me understand why people take them and get them wrapped immediately. Mine still isn't wrapped because I kind of wanted to appreciate a little bit that stainless look. But I will be getting it wrapped soon. Again, not a deal breaker. And the tough part about it is, like, you can't just walk up to it and just wipe it off. Like, you really got to get a rag and some Windex or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Or some type of cleaner to wipe it. When it's clean, it's clean. Even when it's got the smudges on it, it's still clean. But I did underestimate it when people told me that. And I do understand why people go get wraps immediately almost to avoid it. So I do find myself washing it a lot more than I thought I would. But I do appreciate washing it at the same time. So it doesn't bother me. I would say the good outweighed the bad anyway, so it's okay. What is it actually living with it every day? So what is it actually living? What is it like living with the Cybertruck every day? Again, just being honest. It still feels brand new. Every time I get in it, I look forward to getting in it. I find reasons to get in it. Sometimes you just go sit in it. You know what I mean? Or I find myself just sitting in it, looking through the screen and stuff like that. It just don't get old. The new feel never goes away, right? It just never goes away. Every day feels like the first day. It's that same excitement. It's that same drive. Again, I'm just being honest. That's just how it feels, man. It feels good. Your things like running errands. When I run errands, again, you want to drive it. You look forward to running errands. You look for things to go do, right? It's not complicated though. It's not. I know they say, oh, it's big and parking and this, that, and the third. Half of the time it'll park itself, right? But it's a big truck with a car feel, if you know what I mean. It's almost like you got a 2-for-1 on this one because it's faster than a car, but you still can do truck things with it. You can go off road and put stuff in the bed of the truck and carry stuff. but it's a car feel. Like the ride is like a car because it feels so compact, and it's so controlled. It doesn't feel oversized like a big tank, you know what I mean, or like it looks, so to speak, you know what I mean. Yeah, it's not bad at all. For at least for me. Now again, everybody got their own experiences. I tend not to let little knickknacks bother me. I've seen way worse. Even in my gas vehicles, I've seen way worse, and I'm thankful for more than what I had, you know what I'm saying. So it's all good. I had someone ask, what is something no one tells you about owning one? Everybody mentions the Prince. Everybody mentions the attention that it gets. It does get a lot of attention. No one told me that. So with the Model S, when I charge, it probably cost me $13 to $15, right? So now with the truck, and this is common sense, I should have known, but nobody told me that it'll go from let's say $13 to $15 to now when I charge it's like $15 to $25 to charge, right? Nobody told me that. Again, no big deal, because if you take this size truck and make it a gas vehicle, you're paying $100, and y'all see these gas prices going crazy. I'm just glad I don't have to deal with that. But yeah, so I would say what no one didn't tell me, it's still not affected me. So I mean, I'm still all right in that standpoint. What annoys me the most about the vehicle? What annoys me the most, I would say, is those smudges. Like, you just gotta, yeah, like they come out of nowhere. I can't make that up. Those smudges, people just be touching the car. You'll clean it and go in a restaurant and then come back out and you'll see smudges on. You'll be like, where that came from? And then you'll look at your video, because it shows you, you know, it shows you who comes around the vehicle, and you know, sends you the video. Then you see people looking all in your vehicle and touching it and taking pictures on it. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I'm more excited that people are excited. You know, if seeing the truck makes your day, and that comes with a smudge, I'm cool with it. It doesn't bother me. You know what I'm saying? You got people losing their life every day, people losing loved ones, and I'm not finna trip over a smudge. You know what I mean? I'm thankful to have the vehicle. A lot of people want the vehicle and can't even afford it, or can't, you know, unfortunately can't get it at this time, and I'm able to get it. So a smudge is nothing when you see it bigger picture. But if I had to have something that annoyed me the most, it would be like, man, it's a smudge on it every time you look at it. Again, I will be getting it wrapped soon, so it's okay. What surprised me the most about it, everything is so surprising, but what really surprised me the most is that speed is crazy. This big truck can go so fast. 0 to 60, 3.8. And I don't have the Cyber Beast. I got the all-wheel drive, so the Cyber Beast is crazy. Now, that just don't get old. Like, and it surprised me every time, because you have all these cars, you know, again, I say Dodge because I had them, and they pull up on me, and if I hit the gas, they don't stand a chance. They don't stand. Are they fast? Yes, they are. But this truck is different. It's big, but again, that's that car feel. That car feel. You know, it take off like a rocket, and it just don't get old, and it's incredible, and it's crazy how fast and how that torque, how quick it is off the line, you know what I mean? And it has that same quickness. If you're going 50 and want to get to 80, it's that same takeoff, and you could feel it. It's like taking off in a jet or taking off in a plane on the runway, and it just don't get old. To be so big, it goes so fast. So I would say that's what surprised me the most, because you just don't expect that out of such a big truck. Let's see here. What is it like now that the newness has worn off? And like I said earlier, the newness has not worn off. The truck don't get old. Every day when I get in it, it's like getting into it for the first time. It's the same excitement. It's the same feeling. I get the same attention. It's the same wow factors, like the speed, like the takeoff. Everything is still like new. And I can see why a bunch of Cybertruck owners, even Tesla owners, but even Cybertruck owners specifically, because that's the topic, I can see why they talk about it so much and brag on it so much, because the reality is it's that vehicle. It does just that. So yeah, it hasn't worn off. It hasn't worn off. 5 months later, and I still got the same new feel that I got when I first got in it. Oh, the truck tried to cut off. I'm just sitting and talking to y'all, so bear with me. How has the truck changed how I drive or live? As far as like charging habits, they all the same. You know what I mean? I charge at home and I charge at Supercharger. It's so cheap that I just don't even, at home it's convenient. When I charge, I told you how much it costs sometime when I charge at a Supercharger, like $15 to $25. And when I charge at home, I think my electric bill went up maybe $30 for the month. And it hasn't went up no higher than that in the last 3 or 4 years. Again, I had Tesla prior. I had a Model S before this one. So it's cheap. As far as planning trips, it's the same. Nothing's changed with that. Driving style, same. It does give you like a different type of confidence though. More of an appreciation of technology, I'll say that. But it didn't change the way I live or drive. I still drive the same. You still want to test out that jump power, from start. I've been doing that. So I mean, it's all the same. It doesn't change anything. It just makes me want to get in it more. That's all. Does it actually feel worth it after 5 months? 100,000% worth it. If I could turn back the hands of time, knowing everything that I know, I'll go do it again. The only thing I wish is that I would have done it sooner. And what I mean by that is not just the Cybertruck, but I wish I would have hopped on the Tesla train sooner, because it's so much cheaper, right? You get more vehicle, everything is more, and it's for less. Them oil changes and pulling at the gas station and getting gas on my hand and gas coming out the spigot, and you headed to dinner and now you got gas, and you can't just go in the bathroom and wash your hands and all the gas smell come off your hand. You get it all on your shoe, and once you step in it, all that same smell is all in your car. And going to get an oil change, in the games that mechanics play, when it come down to the cars, they try to find stuff wrong. They try to find little gimmicks wrong. Oil change take 3 hours, and we found this also and found that. I'm like, oh, come on, man. You know what I mean? And the time that you're just sitting around waiting on the oil change, and if you don't sit around and wait, you got to catch a ride. Then you got to catch a ride back to pick the car up. I do it over and over again. It just makes sense. It makes sense, and it made sense. So yeah, I do it over again. Where am I saving money? And where am I not saving money? I'm saving money on, like I just mentioned, it's funny. Gas, oil changes, time. The time that you're sitting at a charger does not compare to the time that you're sitting around waiting on oil changes, waiting on mechanical fixtures, waiting on the gas getting on your hand, and getting on your clothes, in the 5 to 7 minutes that you're pumping gas. You know what I mean? I would rather wait the 15 minutes, 20 minutes. And it kind of gives you more of a balance, right? When you think about it, you spend your life rushing. Everything is hurry, right? It's important to take some time, relax a little bit, breathe, get yourself together. And that's what charging does. Charging gives you a chance to regroup, gives you a chance to slow down. Everything can't be rush, 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 rush. You can't rush your way through life. You just can't. Yes, you have moments, but everything shouldn't be like that. And we find ourselves just rushing all the way, right? Like, it just allows you to slow down, relax, chill for a little bit. Go use the restroom. Check your emails, but just relax, slow down, take a moment, think about it for a little bit, and then get back in that rush pace again. You know what I'm saying? Have a conversation, because even when you're at charging stations, people asking questions, they want to talk. It keeps you interactive. You know what I mean? It keeps your conversation going. Networking, you never know who you meet. It's just so many factors that come with slowing down. And if I'd rather charging slow me down than a medical injury slowing me down. And when I say like medical condition, because I never took the time to slow down. Think about that. You know what I'm saying? So I'll take the time. I take the time to slow down and when I'm charging. And for the rate, if I was at the gas pump, pumping gas in any vehicle, and you walked up to me and said, hey, I'll give you $50 to $70 to take 10 minutes and just relax. Like, just chill for 10 minutes. Don't move your car for 10 minutes. I'll take that $50, $70 and I'll sit, right? That's essentially what's happening, because you're saving so much money charging. You know, I can sit for an additional 10 minutes. It ain't gonna hurt me. 10 to 20 minutes for $50, $60, $70 savings. I'll take that. How do people react to this truck? The truth of the matter is, you know, you got some people that's excited. Kids are super excited, but you have people that's excited. You have people that ask questions. Every now and again, you might have somebody to say something negative. Nobody has legit said anything negative to me, personally, but that come with the territory, man. It's man, you got freedom of speech, man. You got freedom to feel how you want to feel. You don't have to like what I like. The Cybertruck to me is a game changer on so many levels. You know what I mean? So it's worth it to me. But I get good reactions though. People tend to people are cool. You know what I'm saying? People just want to know, and I can appreciate that. You know, my theory is have an open mind. One part of having an open mind is you got to ask questions, and if they asking questions because they're interested, I'm cool with that. I'm cool with informing and giving you the knowledge that you didn't have. You know what I mean? Sharing knowledge. That's what we'll call it. Sharing knowledge. I'm cool with that. And so that's most of the reactions I get. No matter how much people see it, it's like it never gets old to them. So they want to touch it and get in. Can I see what's going on? I'll tell you this. One day I was sitting in my vehicle and I got tents on it, right? So it's pretty dark. People just started coming up and taking pictures on the outside while I'm sitting in it. And so, you know, I can get out and say, hey, can you get away from the car? But like, what does that solve? Like, that's rude. Like, why not let people enjoy the moment, right? So I got out and I said, hey, you want to take a picture in the inside of it? I mean, to me, that's the human thing to do. You know what I mean? You're not hurting me. And if this makes your day, you never know what gets people to the next day. Like, your positive interaction could save a life. You got people walking around that took so many hits, lost so many loved ones, that they're on the verge of just letting go of life, right? And your happy interaction and your your encouragement, and you just opening your doors, even if it's a car door, to take a picture, man, can save somebody's life and give somebody some hope. So I'm with it. I'm cool with it, and I'll do it over and over again. I don't get tired of watching people smile. You know what I mean? It doesn't get old to me. Let's see. What's the most misunderstood thing about it? The most misunderstood thing about it is most misunderstood. I'll say the things that are said from people who don't even own don't even own an electric vehicle, never been in it, never driven it, never. That's the most misunderstood thing that I could say, you know, about the Cybertruck, is the stuff that the advice that people are taking from people who don't own or haven't tried it, haven't been in it. That's misunderstood. Another misunderstood thing is, yes, it do have some blind spots sometimes where you have to kind of adjust or move your seat or look around or, something like that. But it also has the technology inside to give you camera view all the way around, right? So you still have a option. It's not like, it ain't like just because I can't see out of a certain angle, but that could be in any vehicle. But just because you can't see out of a certain angle, there's a contingency for that. You know what I'm saying? Move your body around a little bit. Use your cameras. There's cameras all over the car. Even that rear view mirror is very small. I'm telling you, it's small. And when the tonneau cover closed, you can't see nothing. It's a pointless mirror at that point. So use your rear view mirror on the screen. You know what I mean? There's contingencies to every problem, is what I'm learning. Now, I'm not gonna say every single problem, but to the bigger issues that we hear about, there's contingencies for it. There's another option to resolve that issue. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm cool with it. Do I regret buying it? Not at all. I just regret not doing it sooner. So in conclusion, would I purchase again? Would I go through this same experience again? Would I get the Cybertruck again? Would I do this again? Absolutely. Would I have went to Tesla again? Absolutely. So when it comes down to people's political views, I respect it, but I'm not emotionally driven, right? I don't know who makes these shirts. I don't know who makes these jeans. I don't know who makes the watch personally. I don't know who made the material on my house personally. I have no idea. I don't know who made tires on the vehicle. I don't know who makes them. And when I say I don't know who makes them, yeah, you might know the brand, but you don't know that person that started that organization. And if you did know what they did or what they stood for, what they were about, right? You got some people that won't purchase on that alone. I respect that. You have the right to do whatever you want to legally in the United States. The product is the product for me. That's how I see it, right? So when I buy a product, I ask myself, is it feasible? Does it work? Can I operate with the product? I'm not dealing with the person that made it. I'm not dealing with because you're allowed to think and feel and religious view. You're allowed to feel how you feel. I can't take that from you. That is your right as a living in America, as an American. You got the right to feel and think what you want to think and all of that good stuff. But when I purchase, I don't purchase based on, I don't do a synopsis of who made the product personally. I need to know the human and what they believe in. Hey, I'm out of my scope of practice at that point. I need to know about the product, what the product stands for, and is it feasible and does it work? And I'm telling you right now, Tesla got a brand and it works. It works, and it's by far better than any vehicle that I've driven. And I'm just speaking for me. I recommend it. Good. It just is what it is. Trunk space. You're gonna have people say about the trunk space, oh, look at this little space. How much space do you have in the gas engine compartment? None. So I don't care how much space. If I could put a cell phone in it, I'm thankful. You know what I mean? Like, I don't let my mind chase that rabbit. You know what I'm saying? Yes, you're gonna have people trying to nitpick conversations just to get engagement out of me. Like they do that too. I control what I give back, right? And so somebody can say what they want to say. If I choose not to engage in it, I just don't engage in it. You know what I'm saying? I can let that slide. It's just like your cell phone. Somebody calling you and you don't want to talk to them. Do you have to answer it? No. You got a red button and a green button, and you can choose. And that's how I see the purchasing a Tesla, man. Everybody don't have to like the same thing. I'm telling you from personal experience. I'm telling you from day-to-day driving. I'm telling you from ownership. I recommend it over and over again. I do appreciate everybody tuning in. I appreciate you rocking with me on my channel. Please like, share, and subscribe. If you have anything that you would like to know, or anything that I can help you with, I'll tell you the truth, the whole truth, and none but the truth, so that you can make an informed decision and do what's best for you. And that's all I can do. I wish everybody nothing but the best. And yeah, until the next video.